Good morning, everyone. I have some very exciting news for the city of Boston, especially for residents like myself who rely on public transportation. For those who ride the 28 bus that begins right here in Mattapan Square, I have invested $500,000 in a partnership with the MBTA to pilot a program that will provide free bus fares on this route. Yes, and we can clap for the free bus. Beginning Sunday, August 29th and ending Tuesday, November 30th, this pilot will run for 3 months and service the busiest bus route in the entire MBTA system. The 28 bus route carries nearly 13,000 people each weekday with steady ridership throughout the day. It serves as a vital connection for residents of Mattapan, Roxbury, and Dorchester to the MBTA subway and commuter rail networks. The route is a major economic corridor that is home to 3 Main Street business districts: Mattapan Square, Grove Hall, and Nubian Square. The neighborhoods along the 28 bus route are underserved by the existing rail network, and the families in these neighborhoods spend a higher percentage of their household income on transportation compared to other neighborhoods. More than 2/3 of riders on the 28 bus are classified as low income, according to the MBTA's most recent system-wide survey. This pilot will help us achieve rider equity, provide monetary support to riders, and allow us to better understand what impacts travel time. For example, Black riders spend 64 more hours per year on bus commutes compared to white passengers. For many of the residents who rely on the 28 bus to get to work, school, shop for food, and see a doctor, the bus is their only mode of transportation. Residents of Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan also suffered hardest from the ripple effect of the pandemic, which disrupted all functions of society, especially our economy. We want to provide economically disadvantaged residents who were hard hit by the pandemic with monetary reprieve by eliminating their transportation costs. This pilot will measure the impact of free fares on ridership along the 28 bus route. It will provide direct benefits to communities that historically have been disenfranchised by the lack of rapid transit, and the free bus pilot will also feature all-door boarding, where riders can board using any available door on the bus, reducing boarding time and travel times. We can clap for that. Rider surveys on the impact of travel time, reliability, and rider experience in order to help guide how we equitably serve riders on the T, especially those who have been subject to long-standing transportation inequities. This pilot means a lot to me because it is an extension of my longtime advocacy for better buses and free fares. It also fulfills the recommendations made in my transition report concerning advocacy for free fares across the MBTA. It will help us determine how to make public transportation equitable for all riders. I took the bus here from my home in Roxbury, and I look forward to seeing many more people on the T. While taking the MBTA, please continue to wear masks and practice safe social distancing. COVID-19 is a devastating reality that has taken the lives of way too many people, and it is still here. Getting vaccinated is the best way to beat this deadly virus, and for more information on the vaccine, please call 311 or visit thecityofboston.gov. Finally, I'd like to end with some thank yous. I am joined by a number of elected officials here today. From the Boston City Council, Michelle Wu, who has also been a longtime advocate of public transportation. Joined by City Councilor Ricardo Arroyo, who represents Mattapan and Hyde Park on the City Council. Also joined by State Representative Russell Holmes. Thank you so much for your leadership, even if we don't always see eye to eye on public transit issues. I am so glad that you are here with us, and certainly No, Jeff. We're here in partnership. This is a partnership between the city and the state, just to be clear, and State Representative Brandy Fluker Oakley. Thank you so much for your leadership as well. I also want to acknowledge the Boston Transportation Commissioner, Greg Rooney. He is not able to be here, but members of the team are here, and I'm really grateful for the leadership of Vineet. Thank you so much. Give it up for Vineet. And Omar is here as well. Thank you so much, Omar. The Chief of Policy and Planning is here. Mary, where are you? Thank you so much. The Chief of Civic Engagement is here, Aisha Miller. Thank you for being here. And then finally, the many advocates who continue to push for reliable, affordable, safe public transportation. We could not have done this without you, so thank you so much. Really appreciate you. At this time, happy to take a couple of questions.
Mayor, can you just talk about what you can and can't do when it comes to the T as mayor unilaterally? I mean, it seems like everything needs the sign off of the T board now.
Well, one thing I just did as mayor is I've offered a free bus. Did you hear that news?
I did.
Okay.
Is there any indication of the appetite for expanding this program?
You know, so this is a pilot. We hope to learn from the pilot, and I certainly want to commend the MBTA and the general manager for his partnership in this. We hope to learn from this in terms of bus reliability, how this impacts ridership. I would love to see free buses all throughout the city of Boston. There's no secret there. I have been advocating for that. We thought it was really important to start with the 28 bus route, given that it has the largest share of riders, given that it is a major economic corridor, Blue Hill Avenue, and the people who ride and rely on the T, connecting Mattapan, Dorchester, and Roxbury. Really important to start here. I'd love for this to be how we expand throughout the city of Boston, offering free buses, particularly on routes where some of our poorest residents live. August 29th was the date. It's a 3-month pilot going from the end of August to the end of November. Because it is a pilot and this is an investment of $500,000. If there was more money, we could obviously extend longer, but we wanted to do at least 3 months so that we could really measure the impact.
What kind of indicators will you be looking at during this pilot program to decide whether you can make this a more permanent program, at least for this month? Is it plainly ridership, or are there any other indicators?
Repeat that question?
What kind of indicators will you be looking at during the pilot portion of this program to determine whether it should be a more permanent program, at least for this route? Is it simply ridership, or does it come down to any other indicator?
Well, we are going to do pre-surveys as well as surveys throughout and post to understand rider satisfaction, the timeliness of all boarding and how that helps buses stay on track, on schedule. We certainly want to understand how this has impacted people financially, and we think a free bus obviously will. As I mentioned earlier, the people who ride this bus route, whether to go to school, whether to go to work, whether to various appointments, for them, this is their main mode of transportation, and so we need to make sure that it works well for them, and we certainly hope that what we learned from this pilot will help us expand to other routes in the future.
The Associated Press, they say that President Biden has nominated Rachel Rollins as the U.S. Attorney for Massachusetts. Your thoughts?
Congratulations, Rachel. Rachel is an amazing woman. She's an amazing public servant, and I am blessed to call her a sister in service in this work, and I have nothing to offer her but my deep gratitude for the work that she has done already as Suffolk County District Attorney, and the many great things that I know that she will do in that role when she is confirmed. I'm not sure who the governor will pick.
Also unrelated, do you hear guidance to use at all, maybe a week for people returning from Provincetown?
So it is still important for us to remember that COVID is still here, and may be here for the duration. We don't know how long. The CDC and others, our partners in the federal government as well as our state partners and city officials, we all continue to monitor the data closely. An important reminder to folks who need to get vaccinated that we have vaccines available, that we need to continue to wear our masks. In all public buildings, that is still the case. Mask wearing is very important, and certainly on the MBTA. As you ride trains and buses, please remember to mask up.
Mayor, regarding the vaccine and going back to school, are you considering any reinforcement requirements for students to get the vaccine, children?
So as I mentioned several times last week, in all of our public buildings, the current practice is to wear masks. If you're in any municipal building, our students are currently wearing masks now as they attend a summer school or programs in our community centers. And the superintendent just offered a letter last week reaffirming the importance of wearing masks come this fall. It is very important that we continue to protect ourselves from this deadly virus.
Last question.
How was the bus ride?
The bus ride was great. I took it all the way from my home to Mattapan Square. You know, it was a lovely ride. Lots of folks on the bus. Very enjoyable. Thank you.
Mayor, Stacy Thompson from Global Schools, okay?
Yes, and no, I mentioned the advocates.
Di mesaj a magistrat qui me soit passé en créole sur lui-même. Ok, bonjour, moi là matin pour me juste dire deux mots sur sa magistrat sorti en créole. So, magistrat qui t'a expliqué que lui-même il a aujourd'hui pour annoncer une palette que City a fait pour 3 mois. Pour tout le monde qui prend un bus 28 là. So, de 29 août jusqu'à 30 novembre, tout le monde qui prend bus 28 là, il a monté bus là gratis. Mais ça seulement il a encouragé tout le monde pour faire, c'est pour qu'il mette cache-nez parce que Covid parce que Covid toujours là toujours. Donc encourager les gens pour prendre bus là gratis pour toute journée et à soir bus 28 là libre gratis de 29 novembre de 29 août à 30 novembre. Ok, merci.
Thank you.